Hi guys, happy Friday. I'm gonna wait and see if anybody jumps on. There are some people. Hello, say hi as you jump on. I am just sitting here with my Diet Coke. It's the only way to get going. I feel like today has been one of those days. I don't know about you guys. How's your Friday going? Tell me all the things. Hi guys. So my name is Lauren. I am 42 years old. I'm a mom of 3. We have no school today, so who knows what's gonna happen behind me because my children are all home. But I thought I would jump on and show you my favorite go-to eye look. Hello, hi. I'm so glad you guys are here. I have not done a live in a little bit of time, so I thought, let's do it. And I apologize because I've been a little under the weather, like not feeling very good. And so we'll see how this goes. But I'm gonna pull my hair back while you guys jump on. Raining here. Oh man, it is like 50-mile-an-hour winds here. I swear, it's horrible here. So I feel you. There's a lot of storms going on right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna put on my sunscreen while I talk to you guys. If you guys have questions about makeup, anything, you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, late 30s, you have questions, like that's what I am here for. I love answering them. Happy Friday, hi from Ohio. How's the weather in Ohio? Sweden, oh my goodness. I wanna go to Sweden. Sweden is one of my bucket list places. Okay, so if you're just jumping on, I am just gonna quickly put my makeup on. I have an appointment this afternoon and I need to get my makeup on. Where am I? I am in Idaho. So I live in Idaho. I've been in Idaho for like 20 something years, maybe more actually. We moved here when I was in 4th grade. I'm originally from Texas. Hi from Maryland. Oh, you guys, who is tired of the snow and the rain and the yuckiness? I want warm weather so bad. It's almost like depressing. We just keep getting more snow and more snow. You're in your 50s and you would like to know how to lift your eyelids. Okay, well you're here for the right thing because we're gonna talk about my go-to eye look today, so I'll give you some tips. Okay, hi from the UK, hello, hi from Houston. Oh, I have lots of family in Houston actually. Okay, all right, so if you're brand new here, I just put on my sunscreen. I put on my Drunk Elephant drops, and I always start with that, okay? Rain every day, bring on the spring, right? Like who, do you guys get like, I feel like almost like depression, seasonal depression because it never ends. I would love, Melanie, I would love to be in Australia so bad because I'm so tired of snow. All right, this is a new primer I'm gonna try today. So really quick, a lot of people say you don't need primer. I love primer, especially if you have mature skin. If you have any texture, which just happens, using a primer to me makes everything very flawless. And if you don't like to redo your makeup, primer is gonna hold it on all day. So this is a new one I'm using. Normally I use the Euphoria pre-game primer, but I am not using that today. I'm using the Colleen Rothschild. This is the Black Tourmaline Face Primer. It has no silicone. So, I know, Kay, I'm actually really sad. I would love to go to Florida right now. Okay. Oh, you guys want me to go back to the Drunk Elephant drops. Okay, so these are the Drunk Elephant drops. Here's the thing with this. You either love them or you hate them. I love them. I am super pale. So for me, it's like putting a self-tanner on my face. But I don't ever just use them alone. I either use them with serum or I'll use it. This to me is my favorite combo. This is the Glow Screen. I think it's Golden Hour, and then this is the Drunk Elephant drops. So I love them together. Rainy, we're already friends. You're so silly. Okay, I need a happy light. That sounds a great idea. Let's see. Those are great. What else did you guys say? Someone asked me a question. Do I have a lot of snow? Yes. We got 14, we were supposed to get 14 inches, but we had a big snowstorm on Monday, and then now it's just wind, and it's icy and cold. It's not fun. So I need a happy light. So this is the Tourmaline Primer. I'm just gonna put that on. It looks really kind of scary when you put it on, but I used it the other day. Maybe it's gonna come out. I used it the other day, and I loved it, so. Okay, and if you've been around here for a little bit of time, Colleen Rothschild, Her skincare is phenomenal. I love her. I do have a code if you ever want to try her products, but that is what I use on my skin. And I get asked that a lot, like what products I use. So, okay, so there's my primer. Let's see. What time is it over here? It's 1:14 in the afternoon. So it's kind of been a busy day in the fact of like just having kids home. I haven't really gotten ready. So I thought I'll just jump on and do that. So, all right, so that is the primer. It just goes straight onto your skin. It's clear. It's black when you put it on and then it goes clear. So, okay. You sent me the 7. I know you guys had a huge hailstorm, right? Yesterday? My best friend lives in Prosper, Texas, and she said they were like kind of like getting ready for a big hailstorm. So yeah, I heard there was some storms going on. Okay, I want to do my makeup really fast because I want to get to the eye look, okay? But I know some people have questions. This is my one compact makeup. I talk about this all the time. The cool thing about this is it is all cream based, so except for the eyeshadows, okay? So we'll get to that in a minute, but everything fits in my compact. So I don't need like 20 different bottles of products. Everything's right here. And I do free color matches, so if you're interested in that, you just have to comment color match, not now, wait till I post the video, and I will send you how to do that, and then I give you all my recommendations. So make it really easy, okay? This is a brush I've been using a lot lately. So normally I love the detail brush. This one is the shape brush, and you can see that the bristles are really soft, so it's not giving me a really heavy coverage. It's gonna give me a lighter coverage, which is kind of what I've been digging lately. So it has a smaller end and a little bit larger. My friend never heard of it before, so share Seint. Okay. I'm gonna go in with contour first. Now, one thing with Seint makeup is that you don't need to layer anything. So if you have more mature skin and you find that layering your makeup makes you have more texture, or if you get dry patches, things like that, that's one thing with this Seint makeup you don't have to do anymore. You don't have to layer, it's a one layer system. So all this contour that I'm putting on right now actually is going to give me coverage. Oh, thank you about my nails. I just got them done. They're kind of fun, huh? Can you tell I want spring? Okay, what are the products that I'm using? This is all Seint. It's cream-based products. So I have my foundation, I have my contour, my bronzer, my blush, my lip and cheeks, and my illuminators. And I'm gonna show you how I'm doing all that. So I'm just quickly placing them. This is my contour, and I'm just placing that anywhere that I want to kind of sculpt out my face, but also it's gonna give me coverage. And so it's kind of nice. You don't need a ton of products. You don't need a ton of layering, which is what I used to do. I used to layer my products, and my skin got so dry and flaky and patchy. It was horrible. So this has definitely been a game changer. Creams actually just sit, they don't sit on the top layer of your skin like liquid or powder does. So they kind of absorb into the skin, giving her a nice glow, which we kind of lose as we get older. So I'm just going in with my main foundation, and you're gonna see it's just a one layer. So I'm just putting it around the contour, and I'm tapping it into my skin like this. And if you guys have any questions, totally ask me about makeup. I love answering your questions. So if you're a man and had a beard, that's kind of where I'm putting this, if you can see. And then I get some redness here, so I'm just gonna go up to the orbital bone, which is usually where we have that hollow of our eye, with my main foundation, okay? And I'm just going around the contour. Just like this. Now, if you found the makeup that works for you, that is awesome, but if you are struggling with makeup, this is honestly, it's worth trying. We have a 30-day return policy and a 30-day color swap policy. So it's kind of nice because I know it's sometimes hard to try a product online, but we do have that return policy, which is great. Okay, I'm just looking in my mirror to make sure I've kind of covered everything. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this color. This color is about one color lighter than my main foundation. One thing that women do as they get a little bit older is we kind of put our concealer too light under our eye, and that's what we used to do in our 20s, right? But what happens is as you get older, we have more fine lines, we have more texture, and light is gonna bring forward. So if you're putting a really bright color under your eyes, you're just gonna accentuate all the texture. And so if you accentuate all the texture, We don't want that, right? That's what we're trying to kind of eliminate. So only placing that on the inner and outer corners of the eyes is going to actually help a ton with brightening, but not over brightening. Getting rid of the bags under your eyes. So I'm gonna show you that. I actually did not bring my Demi brush, but I don't have a lot of bags today, but what I do is, this is a product called Demi. They're these little containers. They're color correctors. So for example, I don't have my Demi brush, but I'm gonna use this one. You can just tap that. If you have discoloration under the eye, you can tap that. Instead of putting a really bright concealer, I'm just tapping a color corrector. And depending on your under eye colors, I can help you with that, is what you'll actually use to color correct those areas. So just like that. And then I'm gonna take my main foundation, or my brightener again, and I'm just gonna kind of mix those two together. Just like this. Let me look in my mirror because I can't really see what I'm doing. But you can see just that one eye, I just corrected it using Demi, which is really cool. And it's not a lot of product. It's very, very skin-like, so it's not like putting a lot of concealer or color corrector underneath. You're actually just really trying to find those distractions versus like putting a ton of product under the eye. Really want to avoid putting a lot of product under the eye as we get older. Dark circles, same thing. Demi is going to be your best friend. I have a lot of videos on my main profile, so if you guys want to see more of how to do that, I actually have a whole section on under eyes, and you can go watch those, or you can reach out to me and I definitely can help you with that too. So I'm just mixing that Demi together with just a tiny bit of my cream, and you can see like that just brightened my under eye without adding more texture. Okay, hopefully I'm not missing any questions. Sorry if I am. I am new on here. Well, hello. Okay, so really fast, this is not gonna be like teaching you guys dark circles or anything like that, sorry. I have other videos for that, but just really quickly, Demi is going to be your best friend if you have dark circles. These are my, these are like a false eyelash, yes. They're from Lilac Street. They're my absolute favorite because they'll last 5 days. So these are not my real eyelashes. I wish they were, but every time I wear them, people always ask, are those your real eyelashes? And they are not. My eyelashes are stubby. So I'm just blending out my contour, just like this. And when you blend out your contour, just a little bit of shadow is all you want. And there's my 3D foundation, you guys. Let me just double check. I blended it. Yep. Everything looks good. So there's my 3D foundation. And what cream does is it brings glow to your skin, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna go in and mix these two colors. This is Summer Love and Desert Sunset. And I'm just gonna put that on the high points of my cheeks. Lifting that up, I even like to bring it up above my eyebrows because it just gives me a little bit of a lift. Guys, I'm so tired of being sick, I can't even tell you. Just haven't felt myself. So you can see that. Cream blush is gonna give you just a really sheer, nice glow. It's not gonna be really textury, which you don't want. You don't wanna put a lot of texture on this area. This is where we get a lot of texture as we get older. Then I'm gonna just put a little bronzer so you can see everything is in my palette, which is so great and so nice. And I wanna do this fast because I wanna get to my eye look. Normally, if I'm not doing my makeup on live, it takes like 3 minutes, seriously. My TikToks, I do it all the time. All right. And bronzer is just gonna go anywhere you, like the sun naturally would hit you, or wherever you wanna get that bronze look, and then just bring that down your neck. Because you don't want to have a neck that's really light and a face that's a little bit darker. One little rule of thumb with more mature skin is you wanna go a little bit darker on your face than going lighter. We don't wanna go lighter on more mature skin. It just brings out fine lines and wrinkles, and we do not want that. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just gonna use a powder illuminator. You can use whatever you want. I'm gonna use, this is a brush by BK Beauty, and I'm gonna go into this one right here. This is Photoshop or Starlet, I can't remember actually. And I'm just gonna put that right here. This is gonna add a little bit of a glow to my skin. Bring it up here. Okay, and then I like to just take it a little bit on my nose, tip of my nose, and right there. And there you have it. That is literally my face right there. And then I'm going to just set it with setting spray. You do have to set it like that. And that is it, you guys. So now I'm gonna move to my eyes because that's what I told you we were gonna talk about. So if you have hooded eyes, I am gonna give you some tips and tricks for that because I do think hooded eyes can get they can be hard, and it's really natural to have more hooded eyes as you get older. So I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows up first. Before we get started with my eyes, my eyebrows are microbladed, so I don't usually have to fill them in too much. But if I do fill them in, I like to use the Anastasia Brow Wax. And, I'm sorry, the Brow Wiz, not wax. And then I like to use the Seint Brow Wax. So, okay. Name of the lashes. So they're French lace. They're the 14 millimeter Lilac Street lashes. I love Lilac Street. I've tried a lot of other brands, and Lilac Street is really natural, so I really like them. Okay. So there's my makeup. Now we're gonna go to my eyes, okay? So this is the MAC Paint Pot. I'm gonna just give that to you so you can see it close. It looks like this. Mine broke. It still works, but it's like a natural nude color. You wanna use some kind of primer on your eyes before you do anything else, okay? So if you do not prime your eyes, your makeup is gonna lay in like any type of texture that you have, but it's also not gonna stay on all day. So if you ever notice that you've tried to put makeup on your eyes and it doesn't go on true to pan, it's because you're not using a primer. So find a primer that works for you. A lot of people say you can use like your cream highlight. You can, it's not my favorite. I like something a little more tacky, and so that's why I like this a lot. And sometimes I'll just wear this. It's just like a really good nude base. Okay. Once I've primed my eyes, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of translucent powder, and that's gonna help make sure that my eyeshadow doesn't move, okay? I don't want my eyeshadow to move, so I'm just putting that on here, all the way up here. Also, putting translucent powder on your eyelids is going to help a lot if you have eyeliner transfer, which if you have hooded eyes, some of you might feel that you have that. You got some of that, oh good. What color is my paint pot? It's Painterly. It's in the color Painterly. It's a nude color. You guys, literally, it will last you forever. And it's tacky. It looks like this. I'll show you again. It's like this. And then it's just this color. This is called Painterly. There's no shimmer to it. It's just a really nude shade, and it looks good on everyone. So I use this on everyone I do their makeup. I love, love MAC Paint Pot. And it's kind of an oldie but a goodie, right? Okay, so my eyelids are primed. They're ready to go. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna use 3 colors. This is literally my go-to every single day. Like, I don't change things up. You guys, I know that you would think I would, but I like to do things that just I know work. So I'm gonna take, this is the Seint brush, and it has 2 ends. It has a fluffy end and a small end, and I'm gonna go in to my bronzer shade. Now, I don't know. You'd have to find a primer that works for you for sure. Ilia might have a good one. Ilia is a great company as well. So check into Ilia. They might have a good primer. Okay, you can use any bronzer. I'm going in with a cream bronzer. I just like the way it looks. This is called Bella Bronzer, and I'm tapping my brush into it. And I'm just gonna put that. I always like to start on the crease. If you have hooded eyes, keep your eyes open, look straight ahead, and put that almost up to the arch of your brow. So you wanna make sure that you're putting that up high so that when my eyes, if I had hooded eyes and my eyes were open, I can still see the color, okay? So that's one really big tip when you have hooded eyes. I don't have hooded eyes, but I still bring my eyeshadow up because I like the lifted look it gives me. So I'm just gonna kind of get that Bella Bronzer on my lid and just up a little bit to the arch of the tail. And when you're doing your eyeshadow, you wanna make sure that you're actually coming up at an angle towards the tail versus what happens is a lot of people will hold their brush too high and they start bringing the makeup down, and then that just brings your eye down. So you wanna make sure that you're almost like swirling up like this. See how I'm kind of like flicking it up towards your tail of your brow. That's gonna give you a much more lifted look than bringing it downwards, which is what happens. Especially if you're looking down and you're doing your makeup, you're gonna naturally bring your eyeshadow down, and you don't wanna do that. So start a little higher than the natural crease, hold your brush lower, and then flick up towards the tail of your brow. So follow your face, use your face as a roadmap when you're doing your eyes, okay? And like I said, if you have hooded eyes, keep those eyes open so that when you open your eyes, you're gonna see that color. Do you guys see how I'm like pulling it upwards like that? I'm just making sure that I'm flicking up like that. And I have pretty flat brows. I don't have this like really great arch that gives me a lot of room. So I don't have a lot of room to play with, but what I'm gonna do is just make sure that when I'm kind of blending my makeup, I'm going to be flicking up towards that brow, just like that, okay? Okay, you guys got this. This looks pretty just by itself, right? But we're gonna add a little bit more. So then I'm gonna go in with this color right here. This is called Hot Chocolate. You're gonna use your finger for this, okay? You don't even need a brush. And you're going to just put that all over the lid. Now, if you don't like shimmer, you can pick a matte shade. I personally love shimmer. This is a micro shimmer. You can use micro shimmers no matter if you have a hooded eye, small eye, textured eye. Micro shimmers aren't gonna be that shimmer color that's like bam in your face. It's just gonna be a really soft shimmer. It's not gonna show texture. So I just tap that all over the lid with my finger until I get it how I want. If your brows are shaped like mine, then definitely use my techniques because it'll work so well, okay? So let me just use my mirror. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, and a really good tip for you, if you have hooded eyes, that micro shimmer, when you put it on your lids, you're not gonna see it when you open your eyes. So make sure that you just bring it up into that Bella bronzer, like a little bit higher, and it will make a huge difference, okay? So then I'm gonna take this pencil into my brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of Bella on it. It's a little darker. I'm just gonna run that under my eye. Doesn't need to be a lot, we're just adding depth, okay? And if you get fallout, I'll show you how to clean it, okay? I can't see anything I'm doing, sorry guys. My sun in this window is really bright. Okay, last color. This is seriously the easiest eye look. Last color is this butterscotch color right here. I love it so much. It's a warm brown. I'm just gonna take that, tap it off. Always tap your brush before you go on. And I'm just gonna go right on the edge of my eye and bring that to the inner corner. So most of that color is on the outer corner of the eye, and then I'm bringing it in. Hopefully I'm not missing questions. Sorry if I am. Okay, so just like that. So we're just adding that warmth, we're adding that depth. And this makes your eye pop. I love this. Anytime I wear these colors, if I'm on my stories or in real life, people ask me, what colors are you wearing? This is literally my go-to look. And if you want a 2-color eyeshadow look, just take away the bronzer and you can just wear this look and it works so good. Okay, let me just look in my mirror. Sorry guys, I can't see. Okay, isn't that pretty? All right, now we gotta clean it up though, because you don't wanna miss this step. This is a step you do not want to forget, and a lot of people do. So I'm using this brush. This is the Multitasker brush. It has a small end and a flat end, okay? And I'm gonna use the small end. I'm gonna go into this color right here. So if you're not using cream makeup and you wanna recreate this, just use your concealer color, okay? We're not gonna make we're not gonna make a big line, but what we're gonna do is go right underneath the arch of my brow. See how I did that? Turn your brush over, and you're just gonna follow the brow over like this and cut it out like that. See how I just cleaned that up and it lifted just by making that lighter line, just like that. Isn't that cool? And then you can do the same thing on the other side. I've got something on my brush. You can do the same thing by just taking the outer corner of your eye and just putting a line. You can use concealer for this if you don't have cream makeup, and then tap it out with your finger. And that's gonna give you a nice clean look, but it's just gonna give you a lifted eye. Isn't that crazy? So easy. You guys, just these little subtle things that we do just really will change the way that your makeup goes on. It will change the look of your makeup, and you don't have to be this like fancy makeup artist to figure this out. Like, you just make these subtle changes. And I'm just kind of blending it out and then bringing the excess towards the tail or to the front of my brow, okay? Now, what color is that? This is White Peach. This one that I'm using right here is just White Peach, but you can use any concealer based on your face shape, whatever works for you, you can do that, okay? Now, I do want to clean up my under eyes because sometimes shimmer does go underneath. So I'm just going to go back in. This is the BK Beauty concealer brush. I love it so much. I've already got makeup all over my sweatshirt. Oh, goodness. Okay, and then I'm just going to tap underneath. And this is the beauty of cream makeup. I don't know about you, but if you've ever used liquid and you go and you make a mistake, you're like, oh crap, I gotta take it all off. I can't fix it. Well, with creams, you can fix it because you don't need a lot of product. I'm just gonna tap that all out, and I'm gonna fix this side because I didn't lift this side. This side on my eye is more hooded, so it's a little bit hard sometimes to get that color how I want it. I have to do my eyes a little different. Remember, your eyes are not twins. They're sisters, and they're gonna look a little different, and that's okay. Same with your eyebrows, okay? So you're just gonna kind of fix it so that you have that lift. Now, if you wanted to do eyeliner, you could totally do eyeliner. I can show you eyeliner if you want. This is my favorite new one because it's a dupe for the Hourglass liner. And it is like $7. What am I using to clean up under my eyes? This is the BK Beauty A506 brush. It's a concealer brush. And do you see how that angle is? I love it because it fits right into that inner corner. Especially as we get older, this inner corner gets a little smaller. So it just like really gets right into there. So I love this one. BK Beauty has amazing brushes. I love them, such good quality. Okay, really quick, I will show you this. This is in the color, it's their brown color, sharp brown. And it's very tiny. Do you see that? I love this. They're cousins. I love it. I know, right? It's every day too, you wake up and you're like, what am I working with today? Okay, so I'm just gonna go right here on the outer corner. And this is how I line my eyes because I don't like to line my lid. I think it looks heavy. Totally do you though. If you love it, then you do it. But I'm just gonna show you just another way to think about lining your eyes. This is Maybelline. It's $7. It's linked on my Amazon storefront. If you guys want it, you can go grab it there, okay? So I'm only lining my under eye to about the arch of my brow. So use your face as a roadmap. I say this all the time, and go to the arch of your brow, and then on the edge of my like my eye for a little bit of a wing. I don't like a big wing. I feel like I'm just going to like a grocery store. I don't need a big wing. So I'm just gonna go to the edge of my eye, and I'm using my eye as a roadmap. I'm gonna look in my mirror so I can see, and I'm just gonna flick it like an eyelash. So when I close my eyes, it looks like that. Just gives me like one more eyelash, and then you can, if you want, you can bring it out just a little bit like that. But that's all I do. And then I'll line the inner corner like this. This is gonna help you with eyeliner transfer, but it's also gonna give you a really nice natural look. If you wanna if you have hooded eyes and you want to go and go under your lashes and go in your waterline, you can do that too. Thank you. I'm kind of feeling better. It's kind of been a lot lately. Yeah. I feel like I need a nap. What brand of brushes? So this one is the BK Beauty. That's the only one I've used of BK Beauty, I believe. This one is the concealer brush. The rest that I've used are all Seint. These are all Seint brushes. And I'll link them. When I go to post this, I'll make sure I tell you what brushes I use because I know that you guys really like that. So same thing here. This eye is a little bit more hooded. So I'm just gonna start in the inner corner. I'm kind of just going in the waterline. Do you recommend people using powder on their eyelids? Yeah, so I did use powder on my eyelids when I started. It definitely works really well to make sure that your eyeliner stays it doesn't transfer. This is my favorite powder. It's the Red Aspen powder. You do have to know someone to get this, and I have a contact that I love. She's great, and this has like really good benefits in it. But it's a translucent setting powder. It looks like this in the back. But just message me, I can give you my contact. I love her. She's great. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go underneath. Just do a little line to the arch of my brow, and then I'm just gonna kind of flick that liner up. This eye is always my hardest. It's a little more hooded. But that just gives me more of this look that goes up versus like if you close your eye and you try to line it and you go like this, you're gonna pull it straight across and it's not gonna give you that lift, okay? Always think of like lifting. That's really important. Okay, so that is my eye. I have a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. I use like a tubing mascara. I really like that. But I want to show you two more things. This right here is the Tarte Fake Awake. I love this. So if you have really tired eyes, which I do, I'm a mom, you can take this and you can put this in your waterline. So some people use white. I like this nude color, and I just line it right like this in my waterline. Especially like days like today where I feel really tired and my eyes feel kind of like I have a cold in them still because I'm not 100%. This really does kind of wake up your eyes, but it doesn't like look so unnatural. So just kind of gives us back that natural, like youthful look that we used to have, but maybe we're losing it just a little bit, and that's okay. Okay, really quick, I want to show you this red aspen powder. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the lid, and if you have hollows like I do, one thing I really like to do, I don't use powder under my eyes. I don't do well with powder under my eyes. I'm very dry, but what I do like to do is get rid of this hollow a little bit. So I'm going to take a flat brush like this with a tiny bit of powder, and I'm going to tap right along that line. And what that's going to do, like almost on the inner corner of that line, and that's just going to give me a little bit more coverage and help with that hollow. And I'm just pressing it as I go. And it's not gonna be like I just had like filler or something, but it is going to kind of take that away because I do like it to look a little more smooth. And on my end, it looks a little more smooth. I don't know if the camera's showing it, but try this trick if you have hollows, and you're just gonna kind of tap it along that hollow. But the key to this is using a really finely milled powder. Don't use anything that isn't finely milled or translucent, because you're just gonna add a lot of texture, and you don't wanna do that under the eye, okay? And you can also go on with like this kind of brush and just tap it on too. I love this brush. If you don't have this for your under eyes, you need this brush. But I don't know if you can see, but that just kind of smooths out everything. Yeah, and I hardly used any powder. So the key to more mature skin is using less product, but placing it correctly. And if you place it correctly, you're gonna see a huge difference in how things lay. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of I'm just mixing two colors together. This is just Summer Love and Desert Sunset. It's glossy, so. Okay, the Seint vanilla powder. It's not my favorite. I'm really blunt about what I love and what I don't. I personally prefer having a loose powder. So for me, a loose powder works a lot better, but some people really love that vanilla dust. I will use vanilla dust for like, I don't even think I have it in my palette right now. I will use it for like my eyeshadow if it feels like it's not blending, but I don't use vanilla dust like on the regular. It's just not, it doesn't work well for my skin. All right, do you guys have any other questions for me? Anything else you want to know? Anything you need help with? I hope that like go-to eyeshadow was easy. If it was, save this. You can come back and try it. And if you try it, let me know, because I would love to see it on you. What about e.l.f.? I haven't tried the e.l.f. setting powder. So, I'm so glad you're going to follow me. If you are loving this live and you love easy makeup tips that are geared towards women with more mature skin, I'm 42 years old, and I'm always trying to find ways to look like I have makeup on, but not too much. So I try to give really easy beauty tips for you. So please follow me, let your friends know all about my page, and hopefully you come on and learn some things. Eye puffiness, eye roller, 100%, and I love the 24 karat gold eye masks. I have them all linked in my Amazon store. I am saving this video. I'm going to post it so you guys can all save it and try it out. Red Aspen is sold through a distributor. Yes, and I have a great one if you need somebody. I can definitely help you with that. Okay, you guys are welcome. I hope you have a great weekend. I am going to go run and do some errands and hang out with my kiddos. So if you'd like a free color match, when I post this, just write the word color match. I will send you my free link. It's 100% free, and we can get you a customized palette just like mine with everything in it. This is a larger one. You only need 4 colors, you guys. Really, you don't need this. This is just a travel one because I travel a lot. So, all right, thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you guys have the best weekend, and we will talk soon.